I just feel I'm not bullish enough because things just keep happening faster and faster, far faster than I predict them to be. That's kind of why I predicted 1 million, because I'm front running my own model. We haven't published it yet, but I have a price prediction model. We put it together a couple years back.
Okay.
When we're designing Bitcoin bonds, because we needed some price model.
Yeah, it's our job.
But I think 1 million in our model is in 2031.
Okay.
But because things happen faster in Bitcoin, like we've had nation states attack Bitcoin, we've had nation states adopt Bitcoin, we have massive institutional and corporate adoption to this point. I just think everything happens faster. So I'm front running my own model and saying, we'll hit it sooner than that, like this year, next year.
Although the market has not yet reflected it, Samson Mow identifies a distinct trend. Institutional accumulation of Bitcoin is quietly increasing. He warns that a large portion of what we observe in the near future might be paper Bitcoin, but emphasizes that real demand is gradually growing underneath. Mow claims that the breakout will be much more dramatic than most people anticipate when this pressure eventually manifests. He even acknowledges that he isn't bullish enough because time and again, things happen far more quickly than even his most aggressive models foretell. If you're intrigued by bold predictions and deep financial insights, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications for more engaging content. Thank you for your support and enjoy the video.
I think the whole sanctions thing didn't work out.
It backfired.
It backfired massively, and it caused a large wave of Tether and Bitcoin adoption, which is really good because everyone learned about Bitcoin. People that would not have otherwise learned about
no
Bitcoin,
other options.
They learned about Bitcoin. Bitcoin treasury companies. Just watching the vast...
Observing what's happening.
Just watching every day a new one coming up. And then the existing ones saying, we're buying this much more. And I'm just watching that number being accumulated and just in awe that the price is not moving. But
there's some paper Bitcoin going around, I guess.
Maybe, but I don't think even with paper Bitcoin, it can keep the price down. It needs to move, and I'm just watching every day when it's going to do that big jump. It's definitely interesting watching things unfold and seeing where we are. And I just feel I'm not bullish enough because things just keep happening faster and faster, far faster than I predict them to be. That's kind of why I predicted 1 million, because I'm front running my own model. We haven't published it yet, but I have a price prediction model. We put it together a couple years back.
Okay.
When we're designing Bitcoin bonds, because we needed some price model.
Yeah, it's our job.
But I think 1 million in our model is in 2031.
Okay.
But because things happen faster in Bitcoin, like we've had nation states attack Bitcoin, we've had nation states adopt Bitcoin, we have massive institutional and corporate adoption to this point. I just think everything happens faster. So I'm front running my own model and saying, we'll hit it sooner than that, like this year, next year. Stablecoin users and bringing them to Bitcoin.
Bridging them over.
Yeah, because people are using stablecoins.
Hugely. More than Bitcoin.
Yes, more than Bitcoin. And we have to acknowledge that there is a market for people that want dollars.
True.
Digital dollars, like Tether. And we can engage with them and give them a Bitcoin wallet. So if you think about it, we've lost a lot of ground as Bitcoin wallet developers to the shitcoin wallets that offered stables from day one. So I think there are not that many Bitcoin wallets that offer stable coins. Blink, I believe, tried to do stable sats, but that's sort of like a derivative hedged on exchanges that is kind of artificially constructed and within their own network or ecosystem. But no other wallets are really embracing Tether, except for maybe Bull Bitcoin. I think us and Bull Bitcoin that take advantage of the fact that Tether issued natively on the Liquid chain. And Liquid is a Bitcoin sidechain. There's no token, no ICO. This is a definite inflection point or maybe a crossroads too, because we're losing some cypherpunk momentum. Or you can say we've been losing it all along because people are using custodial services and that's kind of the norm. Like, even if you look at Bitcoin as a method of payment, what are people using? They're using custodial Lightning wallets. So, we're using Bitcoin for payments. We're orange filling people. We're getting people to take Bitcoin. But what are we actually ending up with on the table?
Custodial sats.
You have custodial sats by and large, and then merchants that are just cashing out to dollars.
Back to fiat.
So there's many ways to slice and dice it. You can critique the current landscape and say, okay, the Bitcoin treasury companies are bad. We've lost our way.
They're free to do what they want to do.
Maybe we've lost our way even before that.
Maybe, yeah.
And this is kind of why we're building Aqua.
Mm.
We're building a way that you can have your own custody of your keys. It's liquid and Bitcoin, but still transact over Lightning. And I think that's a better model because one, you have added privacy of going from liquid to Lightning. So the provider doesn't really know anything about you.
Yep.
They're just swapping liquid, which has confidential transactions, to Lightning, which is also nice and private, versus a custodial solution that sees everything you're doing.
Yeah, yeah.
And even if you're using a Lightning wallet with the LSP behind it, the LSP sees everything you're doing.
Correct.
If you open the channel with them.
Yeah.
So we're trying to fix what we can fix. And of course, we like to think of ourselves as cypherpunks. So that's kind of the goal, to make Bitcoin usable by ordinary people.
Yep.
And that might sound weird coming from a group of guys trying to also orange pill countries, but true. We see it as a holistic thing. We can work on top down.
Yep.
We have the background, we have the profile, we have people like Prince Philip.
Yeah, of course.
That has that network and can open the doors through diplomatic channels. And also like a lot of collaborators with us, with our Gen 3 network.
Yep.
That can do that. So we do that because we can.
Samson Mow describes how the Liquid network uses peer-to-peer security and private transactions to improve privacy. Liquid is a useful tool for the traders and anyone who prefer greater secrecy because it prevents outside observers from determining whether a transfer involves Bitcoin, a stablecoin, or another asset. Additionally, he sees a single, seamless interface that enables both private and fast daily payments by fusing the speed of the Lightning Network with Liquid's privacy capabilities. Please take a moment to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and enable post notifications for future Bitcoin, macroeconomic, and digital asset content before we go any further. Now, let's get into his powerful predictions.
The frictionless pathing is a key because, especially Latin America, which you guys focus on a lot, most people they exchange in USDT, so it's not BTC.
Yeah. So, as wallet developers, we can fight it and say, hey, you guys shouldn't use Tether, you guys shouldn't use stablecoins.
Or we do a nice tool to transition them through.
Yeah, transition them through. So Aqua's design is Bitcoin price at the top.
We're stopping priorities.
Yeah, savings and then spending in layer 2s and stables.
Yeah.
So we're trying to bridge the gap and get some 400 odd million people that are familiar with and use stables into Bitcoin. But to do that, you have to take a step and be willing to plant your flag and say, we will support stables.
Yeah.
And not just, it's only a Bitcoin wallet and there's nothing else you can do. So the other things we have are integrations. We try to integrate other stable coins like local to different regions, like DPIX in Brazil, Mexis in Mexico, and these are all liquid too.
Okay.
So we're incentivizing.
You're never leaving the Liquid network, basically. From that side chain, you just go into on-chain, back to...
You can do all the swaps within Liquid.
Yeah.
Unless you're taking from other chains in USDT into Liquid.
Okay, yeah.
But they'll learn eventually to use Liquid. And one cool thing we did was we launched an ad campaign just for fun in Argentina.
Okay.
And we put out signage all across the subways and everything, just advertising USDT on Liquid.
Okay.
And showing the price. Like, it was actually more expensive then. It was like, 15 cents or something like that, or 20 cents. And then Tron was like $1. Now it's $2 to transact.
Yeah.
And Ethereum was like $8. And we just plastered that up all over the subway system. And Argentina is our biggest market, maybe because of the ad campaign. But people will learn eventually that there is a benefit to using liquid stable coins because it's cheaper and faster and
more private.
And more private. Yeah, I think we should be building for the people that cannot get a bank account.
To get them
because that is, there's no choice for them. They need to use Bitcoin.
Correct.
So if you can build this kind of a Bitcoin super app where you can do all these different things, then you don't need a bank, right?
Yeah.
So you can be a guy that's unbanked in Argentina, get a Dolphin card, top it up,
do your spend,
buy a web domain on GoDaddy, and spin up an Amazon server and build a business. That's a big game changer for people, and that might lift them out of poverty. And it's not just about Bitcoin; it's lifting them out of poverty and giving them opportunity, which I think is the biggest gift that we as Bitcoiners can give to the world. I think we have to build something that people will use. Yeah. So our focus is on integrations. Like, we'll integrate other places to buy Bitcoin. We'll integrate different providers like Bolts. I think our USDT swaps are all done with SideShift and Changely. And we'll add local ways to pay different things. Like, we want to integrate
locally in different regions.
Like Pix in Brazil. And I think maybe one day we'll have like SimPay, like Bull Bitcoin has in Costa Rica. But looking for local things that people want to use. So it's not just saying use a Bitcoin wallet and take Bitcoin, but showing them that you can use Bitcoin with anything.
Correct.
You're not trapped in Bitcoin at any point. If you want to offload into stablecoins and pay someone in Argentina for stake, you can do that. If you want to pay through SimPay or Pix, you can do that.
Yeah.
They understand that Bitcoin is more of a foundational layer in which you connect to everything else than something that's difficult, isolated.
Yeah.
But this is just something I don't see a lot of other wallets really doing. It's if here's a Lightning wallet,
And that's
it has a lot of really fancy features, but for the average person in Latin America, maybe they don't need all those fancy features. They would rather have integration with a local payment method.
Yeah.
In his closing remarks, Samson Mow reminds us that the goal is to create tools for actual people, not just computer aficionados. Although Bitcoin serves as the foundation, he admits that most individuals in emerging nations use stablecoins on a daily basis, since it is what they are familiar with and trust. Mow thinks developers should accept that reality and use stablecoins as a bridge to Bitcoin rather than fighting it. This is the concept of Aqua, a wallet that prioritizes Bitcoin while also allowing stablecoins, regular payments, and local integrations. Millions of people in Africa, Latin America, and other parts of the world just do not have access to traditional banking. Many are excluded from the global economy because they are unable to register accounts or move money elsewhere. According to Mow, Aqua might develop into a Bitcoin super app by fusing Bitcoin with stablecoins and regional payment systems. Users may connect to local financial institutions, pay with stablecoins, and save in Bitcoin using a single tool. That flexibility is very effective, particularly for those without bank accounts in Mexico or Argentina. They can now start a business, purchase services online, or simply conduct daily transactions more quickly and affordably than they could with banks or expensive blockchains. And that's the main thing he emphasizes. Providing people with genuine opportunities is more important than merely adopting Bitcoin for its own purpose. These technologies are urgently needed by those who lack access to banking, have inadequate banking, or live in areas with dysfunctional financial systems. By providing access to savings, trade, and entrepreneurship in ways that the conventional system never permitted, Bitcoin, when combined with stablecoins and regional payment rails, has the potential to help individuals escape poverty. Remember to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and enable notifications if you thought his viewpoint was helpful so you don't miss any updates. We'd love to know what you think about the future of cryptocurrency markets, so please share your ideas in the comments section. We appreciate your time and hope to see you in the next video.